Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome to the start of a brand new campaign series here today on the channel. We're back on Total War Warhammer 2. We're going to be playing on the Mortal Empires campaign on the Steel and Faith Overhaul mod as the Dark Elves. We're playing as the Witch King himself, the man, the myth, the legend, Malekith. So guys, Total War Warhammer 2 is one of my favourite Total War games. Now with years of content stacked upon it, the campaign experience is honestly fantastic. Now this year I really want to grow my Warhammer audience base on the channel, and I would like to let's play some more Mortal Empire campaigns. However, I've got to be honest, Warhammer, and especially on my channel, is divisive. It's not everyone's cup of tea. It's as simple as that. Now, as a fantasy game, Warhammer is fantastic. But if you're not interested in its legendary lords, its lore, its history, you might not like it. Now, you might sort of prefer an historical approach. Now, I just want to say, if you want to see more Mortal Empires on the channel, all you need to do is support it. If you want more Warhammer 2 content, just support it. Now, I also want to preface and say that there will always be historical content on the channel, but I want to have a turn at playing some Mortal Empires. So, we're going to be playing as Malekith, one of my favourite and sort of most interesting legendary lords that I've found. We're literally playing as Darth Vader himself. Now, I am open to do some more Mortal Empires campaigns, so I'm going to run through some of the factions that I'm sort of open to. The only full campaign I've done is really as the Wood Elves and the Lizardmen back in the day, so it's been a little while. So, Mortal Empires. I'll put in the description below the Steel and Faith Overhaul mod. It's FFO. It's just FO, isn't it? Just SFO now. They rebranded it, so I'm getting like my head around what's what. I'll also put in the description below the other mods I'm using. So if I was to do some more campaigns, Felhard is definitely on that list. The Kraken Lord would be awesome. We could play as Anar as well. Skrulk, we could do a Let's Play as the Skaven. I do have most of the Warhammer DLC, not all of it. We could maybe play as Harkon, as I've already played as Count Noculus on the Vampire Coast campaign. I have played as Karl Franz on Warhammer 1, but in Warhammer 2, maybe we could play as Balthazar Gelt, one of the most enjoyable and interesting characters for the Empire. We could maybe play as Iron Fist as well, maybe as some of the green skins. If I was to do another campaign, I reckon I'd probably play as Vlad von Karstein. Haven't done a Let's Play with him before. Never played with Throg, he might be interesting, and maybe with some of the Beastmen hordes. But here today, we're going to be playing as the Witch King. I am going to edit in the intro for the Vortex campaign, as there's no custom intro for Malekith, and there's some really cool cinematics for the Vortex campaign. So we're going to be playing Mortal Empires, but now I'm going to edit in some really cool backstory to Malekith.
The world has seen countless murders, but one killing stands above all others. One death that has shaped the world. Malekith, son of Anarion, was betrayed. The elven princes crowned Belshazzar as the second Phoenix King. So Malekith brooded and poured his hate into a single cup. Malekith toasted Belshazzar, then stepped over his dying body and into the sacred flame of kings. But the fires stripped his flesh, and with a final scream, he hurled himself back from whence he came. His body was taken north, and a suit of armor forged. Malekith was reborn. The Witch King, and in his shadow, legions raised. Decades of civil war followed. Then Malekith embarked on the most ruthless of plans. His sorcerers would unbind the magic of the Great Vortex. Created by Kalidor Dragon Tamer and his elven mages, The vortex siphons the winds of magic, keeping the demon tide at bay. Malekith's spell was flung at the vortex, but Kalidor himself broke through the mists of time to deflect the titanic force back at its casters. The Shadowlands were ravaged, sundered.
You live. You die. You live. You die. Servants, you amuse me.
The dragon with two tails hangs in the sky, and you indulge in petty games.
You summoned me, Your Highness. You bring this witch here.
She's well versed in lore and prophecies.
She will betray you, my son, as all have done.
She's indebted to me. I have her soul. Step forward, Felicion the Heartkeeper. The comet disrupts the vortex. Whilst it is weak, a prophecy can be fulfilled.
Of a king who consumes the heart of Ulthuan. My son will take its power and our vengeance.
Find the Oracle. She knows what to do.
I am willing to serve to earn my soul's release.
Hail, dread scourge Malekith. You rule over a splintered people. Your realm is in decay, and there are many vile creatures who will attempt to stop your advance. The Druki are fractured, yet many still know loyalty to your rule. Others, however, do not, and need bringing to heel. If they do not bend the knee to the Witch King, then they should be destroyed utterly. Beyond the northern watchtowers lurk the savage tribes of men, petty worshippers of the dark powers. Their ceaseless attacks upon your realm must end with their annihilation. In the meantime, you should unify the Druki through either statecraft or by destroying would-be opposition. All will bow to the Witch King. All will yield to Malekith.
Okay guys, welcome to the campaign map. Let's get stuck into it. So the Dark Elves have a unique mechanic in regards to slaves, which is really interesting. Okay, so there's going to be some new subscribers, new players coming in, of course, to this series. I'll try and run through my plans for most of my sort of general objectives. So at the moment we currently have the city of Nagarond itself. We need to take the entirety of the Iron Mountains firstly. Now there's a lot of Skaven up in the north here. So the main objective of this series so far is to take the north here as best as we can. Why is this being a bit buggy? I don't know what's doing that. So we need to take the entirety of the north here. Sort of victory conditions wise, what is our short victory conditions out of curiosity? Okay, so we need to control all of Ulthuan, either through vassals or military access. Maintain 3 of the following: Black Ark, destroy the High Elves here, Everlorn, and over here as well. Okay, I wouldn't mind taking the High Elves capital for this campaign. So the main objective for this series is to unite the Dark Elves in the north and push and take out the High Elves, maybe even killing Tyrion. That's what I want to achieve for this series. Okay, let's go through the High Elves now, or the Dark Elves rather, now shall we? So we've got the sword of, what's his face here, Shrine of Widowmaker Radark, so we can unlock that. Okay, so slave-wise at the moment we've got none. This is our unique slave mechanic. We can obviously receive and additional slaves, or we can stop. So we do get public order penalties, but we do manage to get income from it, which is good. Okay, rights-wise, what I've sort of realized, out of all four, the ones that I personally prefer is the sacrifice here, which gives us melee attack, and we get a dark ability as well, and we sacrifice 1,000 slaves to get that. Okay, so pushing further down here, tech-wise, comparing technology with the Dark Elves to the Lizardmen and the Skaven, you don't really need to plan ahead. You can sort of naturally progress through here. You simply just need to unlock all three to get another lot more and a little bit of cash. So we're going to be going down the bottom right side of the tech tree first. So we're going to go with Founded on Tyranny, because there's a lot of public order bonuses further down here, and that's really going to help us out earlier on. Oh, is it changed? What? Okay, it might have been slightly tweaked in SFO. Oh, okay. There are some more. It's more so here. Diplomatic relations, yeah, because we want to try and get the public order stuff as best we can. Nearly confused me then. Diplomacy-wise, we'll dive back into it in a sec. We don't need to deal with that just yet. Buildings-wise, let's have a look at what we can recruit. So first of all, we want to go with Dark Shards, and we want to get Dread Spears, and trying to bolster up them as best we can is really good. Pushing up here to Dark Shards shields as well. And the Reaper is actually not too bad. The Handbows are not as good as the Dark Shards, even though they can move while they can actually mobile shoot, while these can't. The Riders, okay, are quite... yeah, they're all right here. Getting some cheap cavalry, the Dark Riders are quite good. The Shards and Greatswords are kind of too expensive, to be honest. The Witch Elves are very good, especially with the Death Hag. There's an amazing mount with you. Cost-effective wise, Harpies are very good at flanking. And the Executioners are good, but they're expensive. Dragons as well. War Hydra are quite good. It's kind of... look, the thing is, right, with the Blackguard of Naggarond, they're very good against anti-large stuff. However, sort of spamming them out into an entire army builder, they're controversial. They're not everyone's sort of pick, but they're okay. And cold ones are good. I don't know about the chariots though, and these sorcerers as well. So what we can do for now, we want to upgrade Naggaron as best we can. But looking at the building chains, we'll probably focus on getting some better quality Dark Shards. We'll get some cheap Riders for now. I want to try and get a Death Hag as well, and also maybe some Witches. We also could flank with some Harpies. So we'll try and push down the Beasts here. Probably not too far up here. Might be probably more sort of here. Let's go for the Agents as such. Okay, so Malekith wise as well, looking at his skills. Line Breaker is absolutely crucial for us, and we really need to go down that for the time being. Chill Winds is also good. Trying to get his Cold One mount as well is quite crucial, and Dreaded Slayer is not too bad as well, but we probably want to go down this side, as the Dark Elves are more of a melee sort of type of faction. Okay, so let's dive into diplomacy now. That's sort of the general plan that I'm sort of going for. Let me know feedback and suggestions in the comments. I don't have a crazy amount of hours in Warhammer 2 compared to others, so Hellebron here quite likes us. Now, I actually don't own the Hellebron DLC, which sucks, so we can't actually allow her to join my Confederation. You have to join the DLC. You have to buy the DLC to confederate. That's an interesting fact. CA doesn't let you, if you don't own the DLC, confederate with other factions. As you can see here, with the other Dark Elf, I'm going to say High Elf all the time because I usually play as them, we're allowed to confederate with them. So we'll try to get a non-aggressional pact straight up. So if they don't want to, there's probably not going to be an idea. So I wouldn't mind confederating some of my High Elf brethren in the north, but we'll just sort of have to see how we go. There is a Norscan tribe to the north here, Mung, and there's also Clan Septik as well. They live in the Iron Mountains, and we're currently at war with Hagrief. We are currently at war with Clan Septik as well. Maybe playing as the Skaven, but I do know their food mechanics can be a little bit annoying, and especially seeing how weak they are, constantly fleeing in battle, especially when you play on the harder difficulties. Okay, so we want to try and push further north here. Let's move to Caldra. and try and take some settlements before we get attacked. So at the moment in Malekith's army build, we currently have 8 units in total. 1 unit of Blackguard of Nagarond, which is good. We need to sort of keep them alive as best we can. We've got some Dreaded Spears, Dark Shards, 1 unit of Cold Rider's Chariot. I don't know if that's overly good, to be honest. The Bolt Reaper is very, very good though. The Chariots, not too bad. Okay, so let's go with some Dark Shards. Let's go with 2 of them. And some Dreaded Spears as well. I'm going to move my Sorcerer here. Now we want to Blitzkrieg the Burning Head, especially getting that around. It's a slow-moving sort of, well, burning head. Very strong. Fire is really important in Warhammer 2. So let's move you here. Diplomacy-wise, not really much else we can do. Let's chuck a quick save, and we'll continue. Okay, not really too much else we can do. Let's end the turn and continue. As my relations with the other Dark Elf factions increase, we should be able to confederate. I don't want to be fighting my own kind too much, but we'll put down the disgusting rat boys in a moment as we push for Caldera. I'm pretty sure they still occupy that settlement. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head. So I'm using the SFO mod. I'm also using some speed up graphical mods as well. I'll put in the description below sort of the pack I'm using. I'm using most of the most popular mods on Steam. But it's great to be back in Total War Warhammer. I plan to do roughly around about 5-6 episodes for this series. Then we'll put a pin in the campaign depending on the support. We will either move on to something else or we're going to continue with this Malekith series, but hopefully we can hit our short objectives before part sort of 5. If we can hit that, we'll be on track, and we'll try and hit some of the objectives I've set up. So the main objective for this series is to unite the North under one Dark Elf banner and push back the High Elves and claim the Phoenix King throne for myself. So, capacity system-wise, Steel Faith Overhaul 2 allows you to decide how your campaign will play. Okay, so we've got the recommended only faction caps recommended, only army caps, wide faction caps. I'm actually going to go with no caps because I don't want to cap my army. I want to be able to recruit what I want when I want. Okay, so we should have a pretty decent army here now. So we are getting a small amount of Skaven corruption, which is a bit of a pain, but we'll be right. I'm just trying to think now, is this a big enough army to push into Caldera? We've got plenty of Dark Shards, especially on this difficulty. We should be right. You gotta risk it for the biscuit, like I said. You gotta risk it for the brisket. Okay, so we've encountered clan Septik here. So they currently have their sword infantry. They've got clan rat shields, Skaven spears, Skaven slaves. Night runners might be a bit of an issue, and they're slingers. But overall, that's not too bad. Let's encircle for the time being. And now we've encountered clan Septik. Okay, I'm going to recruit another army here at Nagarond, and let's see who's my best sort of candidate here. So, leadership, cruelty, malice, leadership, and melee attack. Let's go with you then. And I might even rename some of these people. So at the moment, we can recruit some more. So let's go with 1 unit of Dread Spears. No, let's go with the if we only can recruit 1, let's go with the... Why can I... Right, I can either recruit 2 or 1. Let's just go with 2 then. Okay, well, what we're going to do is we're going to fight this one. So what's the go? We see no equipment available. Siege vehicles are only available when attacking a walled settlement. Okay, so it's not a walled settlement. Right, so let's have our first battle of today's video against the Skaven. First up, we're going against Clan Septik to purge the rat vermin in the north. Let's go fuck up these dirty rat boys. I spit on them. Okay, guys, welcome to the battle map. So, we currently have 10 wins of magic, so we're definitely going to gamble that. If it's anything lower than 15, I usually gamble it. Usually. And 29! Awesome! Let's start our deployment then. So, we are currently outnumbered. Crikey. We're nearly at 4 to 1. Jesus. Okay, so looking at the terrain, Okay, there is a little bit of high ground further at the back. The thing is, because we're outnumbered numerically by such a large margin, we're probably going to have to corner camp because they're probably going to envelop us quite quickly. Let's have a look at the campaign map. There's a massive, battle map rather, there's a massive obstacle in the way, and then there is the Skaven and Warpstone sort of ruins in the background there, glowing in the distance. Okay, well, let's get stuck into it then. I think on the left side is going to be far more favourable, pushing even higher back to this. So let's try and get everyone here, and we'll try and move them back. Let's go, go, go. Go gadget. Alright, so we'll try and cluster everyone. Actually, we might as well just chuck everyone here. Oh, God, why has it gone and done that to me? So just try and cluster everyone here, just so we can have good momentum, because the Skaven are going to be hot on our tail. Ironic. I know. Right, let's start the battle. Quickly pause. We're just going to have to corner camp, because especially, we're not going to lose the first fucking battle. Like, come on. They have the numbers on us. We have skirmishes supremacy. Fighting them on the open field would be stupid and foolish. So, let's go to this. We're actually going to get a really nice piece of high ground here. Dragging that out way too much. They do have some of their own slingers there. Oh, just the terrain is just screwing me over here. Are you going to have to do me like that, are you? Okay, that's not too bad, but it could be better. We're going to have to put Malekith on one of these flanks. Okay, archers, we can push way further back. Okay, we'll keep my chariots where... the thing is, right, they're skirmishers, aren't they? So we're actually maybe just better off having them sit back and relax and rain fire and death. And probably sit them on here. We'll keep you further back as well. And we'll keep Malekith here as well. So everyone, double time. Let's move back and have a look at our guys. So here are our spearmen. We've got our cold ones. Interesting fact, the Dark Elves actually steal lizardmen eggs and bribe them to have them in their ranks when they hatch. Here are our bolt throwers, which are quite good. And where is Malekith? Where is the Witch King of Angmar? Here he is, Darth Vader himself, Anakin Skywalker, slowly but surely moving back up. So, what's that smell in the distance? It's the dirty rat boys. They're making some progression here. Warpstone, yes, yes! Oh, God. I quite like the Skaven. They've got a bit of a charm to them, but they're dirty ratmen. They're fucking dirty ratmen. So it's going to take a little while before everyone gets up to our heal position. We're going to go with a guard mode, and let's have a look at our abilities. So, with Malekith himself, he has a Chill Wind, which is a magical spell that causes minor magical damage, good against armor, strong against multiples, good. And then we have the Power of Darkness, which is an augment of the winds, and increases our power reserves and recharge. We've got a fireball here as well, I imagine. Yep, we do. With our wizard. So we're going to sit back here for the time being and sort of hold as best we can. So here are our Blackguard of Nagaron, our halberd sort of infantry. Then we have our spears at the front and our crossbow archers at the back. Skirmishers here as well. We could maybe even charge them in if shit hits the fan. But we're going to be able to hit the Skaven on the approach. Now, they seem to be attacking me, which is a good sign, even on this difficulty, as we are outnumbered 4-1. So, guys, like I mentioned briefly before, I want to build a bigger audience for Total War Warhammer on the channel. I want to build up a catalogue of Let's Plays, and I want to do a lot more, as I have done a couple Let's Plays on the channel. I remember playing my Lizardman campaign on the Vortex campaign, which was a lot of fun, playing as Eddie Lizard and the boys. We've played as Count Noculus on the Vampire Coast Let's Play, but yeah, I always seem to get early access from Creative Assembly, and they've been really good to me. So I want to just, like I said, build up a bit of a catalogue. I haven't got as many Let's Plays as I would like on the channel, so I want to play some more Mortal Empires. And I mentioned before as well, I play a lot in my spare time, and it's a really, really fun game, so I hope you guys sort of enjoy it as well. So we're going to hold here now. We're actually getting some shots up and over against the Skaven, and we're already smashing these dirty rat boys. We're playing SFO, Steel and Faith Overhaul, of course. So there will be some changes here and there from the vanilla campaign experience. So the rat boys are slowly but surely making their approach to our corner camping tactic. We're not going to do this for the entire series, but for now, when we're outnumbered 4-1 with missile supremacy, we can't afford to lose our chariots, all our missiles this early on in the campaign. But the Skaven are falling right into my trap and they're pushing up here. So they've got skirmish mode enabled. I don't actually want that. I want to go with toggle guard mode and allow fire at will. So my crossbows should be in range here now, and you're not quite in range just yet. So my crossbows are now going to start raining fire and death upon the enemy. Men, fire at will. Pick your shots nice and high. Cut them to pieces. Okay, so they're actually pushing us now. The Skaven. So can I actually get a shot off myself? Ah, I can't actually see the arc up and over. Oh well. So we want to try and focus on their swordsmen, probably more so than anything. So you can hit these guys, or you guys sitting there. Try and focus on some central here. And you focus on this. Okay, so we want to try and allow this wind chill to come in. Probably now. Do you have to move too much, Malekith? No, you don't, and it's already come through. Excellent stuff. So my fireball as well, we want to try and throw that in. So let's try and get a fireball here, say. Oh, why my bolt throw? Oh. What the fuck? Maybe guard mode did that? I don't know, maybe. I don't know. Turn off guard mode. Just hold the line. Oh, my goddamn bolt throwers. Maybe we're targeting a... Oh. No, they are... God damn it. Oh, everything was going so well. Alright, come back. Jesus Christ. Right, let's go for the Skaven Lord. Did we lose many men in that? We haven't lost a single life yet. Come on, bolt throwers. Get for the love of God back. Multi-shot. Standard. Alright, let's continue to put some pressure on here. Alright. Switch them back to fire at will. That's fine. We'll allow Malekith to go for the Skaven Lord himself. Okay, let's try and hit any of these guys on the approach. Oh my god, look at that. Okay, like I said, I want to try and kill that general. The quicker the better. Alright, so you can fall back here, reform, and then we'll go with an auto shot. They're holding just fine. They're skirmishing into that, which is what I want. Alright, where is he? Okay, 8 more. Alright, they're really smashing upon my main line like water on rock now. Good. We want to try and eliminate that Lord. He's running away here now. Get Malekith to come further back to this side because we want to chuck one through there. Come on, lad. There we go. Oh! Hold the line, lads, for the Dark Elves. For Nagaron. We're doing really well against the Skaven here. We're carving them up like carving a cake. They're fully routing here now. They're holding out just fine. You're not getting targeted too much, are you? You are a little bit, my dear. And... Right. So there was a little bit of a fuck up there. So maybe I'm better off just to allow my troops, especially with Skaven, just to aim, fire at will as best you can, rather than try and allow them. We want to try and go for something like that. Oh, another one there is fantastic. They're pushing up and over quite well. Okay, how are we going now? We've killed about half of them. This is going to be a really good result if we can keep it up. Let's try another fireball in there. I haven't actually seen a fireball yet. Come on, shoot a fireball. I don't know what you're doing. Alright, where's Malekith? Alright, have you been here fighting with the main line? We're going to be able to throw another one here though as well. Oh my god, look at that Skaven splat. Okay, we've nearly charged up our murderous prowess as well.
My power is yours.
Yeah, so why aren't you using a fireball? Oh, victory! We have victory regardless. Awesome. Let's allow my units to give chase, essentially. We're not going to be able to... we're not going to be able to chase them down, I don't reckon, because they're Skaven, aren't they? We might be able to... Oh, these chariots are quite quick. So we might be able to do some damage here against this unit. But victory! We have victory here today. So already looking at the odds, we deployed 770 and lost about 40 or so. We managed to eliminate their 4,061. Good, that corner camp was massively effective for us. And my god, that chill wind is awesome. Let me know, guys, if you played like sort of full Let's Plays of Malekith and sort of know the ins and out. Let me know some tips and tricks for maybe some sort of end tier stuff. Because that's awesome. Good, victory. We have victory. Oh no, what? Yeah, decisive one of that. Oh god, stuttered and gave me a goddamn heart attack. Why did it say we deployed less? I don't know. 824 here. We lost 59. So, Clan Septik lost 722, 375, but we completely broke them. Looking at our casualties inflicted and casualties sustained, our crossbow did most of the work, 131, 135. My cold ones did well in their sort of fortified position, 184. 11 with the bolt throwers. They didn't do as well as I would have liked. 121 with Malekith's magical abilities, and the sorcerer only did a 41 ratio. So looking at all that, the spearmen did better than Nagaron units. Okay guys, welcome to the campaign map. A decisive victory, and we've netted 1 point K loot in the process. We've also ranked up, so we should get 2 skill points as well. So we're going to loot and occupy. Let's loot and occupy straight up to get those 600 slaves. Perfect. So let's probably go straight into Lords and Heroes. So Malekith has already gone up in stat. I'd be surprised if you didn't. Okay, so let's go for Inspiring Presence, as we want to go into Line Breaker first. Due to the melee defense for Dread Spears, they are very, very strong. We want to try and blitzkrieg that firstly. Okay, you haven't gone up in stats either, and you are still constructing another army here. Okay, so in this province, let's repair where we can. Let's spend that little bit of leftover reserve to get a unit of Dark Shards. But these Dread Spears are really good for us. Okay, cool. We're slowly but surely moving on our merry way. Okay, well, let's get the ball rolling a bit more. So, slave-wise, we currently have about 600 in the bank. We're going to continue to receive slaves. We're only getting a -2 public order and 2 income per turn. Slave-wise, we have 667 in the bank. So we can always... we can't quite hit some of our rights. From what I can remember, I like this one the most. Sacrifice. A black arc will become available for recruit at any port. Public order, slave decline, Winds of Magic, 30 experience. Casualties, melee attack 5, income post-battle loot. Yeah, this is the one I sort of want. And it goes for 40 turns as well, a lot longer than the other ones. Okay, so replenishment-wise, we're good. The corruption will go down as well. It's just because of that conquest penalty. Okay. Let's end the turn and continue. We'll get those additional troops in Nagaron. Haggith could potentially come out against me, but we'll see how we go. So, I can't remember exactly where Fellheart is in Mortal Empires, but potentially we could confederate with him, or maybe even my mother Marathi. That's a potential option. Okay, welcome to the top of the turn. Imperial Peace. Rumours have been heard that Kislev, the Empire, and the Elector Counts have made a secret arrangement to attack each other. So this is another SFO AI setup. So we've got a couple of options. The rumours are true, so Kislev and the Imperial States can no longer declare war upon each other. Or the rumours are false. So you can either allow the Elector Counts and the Empire fight amongst themselves, or they can sort of stand and unite against the hordes of chaos. Sure, we can have a strong and formidable empire. I'm not overly fussed. Okay, let's continue to put down the slam on the Skaven. So, we can move this army out here now. How far? Because I want to get some additional reinforcements. What's his movement? Okay, a little bit better. So, essentially, we'll try and meet you halfway. And we'll take some units here. But also, I don't want to leave Nagaron too vulnerable if we can. So, we'll allow him to push further up. We'll take what we can. And then we'll push you further back. Okay, you're going to be able to get one turn of recruitment done here. So let's go with another lot. Okay, and then I want to continue to Altair of... Altair of... I keep on saying Altair. Altar. That's what it is. Altar of Ultimate Darkness. A bit of a tongue twister. Okay, so we need to keep an eye on those rights. Diplomacy-wise, there's been a couple of turns of us putting the slam on the Skaven. Maybe Hellebron wants some negotiations. Maybe these guys. Rejected. We need to get some sort of relations with these other factions, because I don't particularly want to manually conquer all of them if we can avoid it. If we can confederate, it would be far easier. Let's end another turn and continue to move out. Okay, welcome to the top of the turn. Another setup here. So, Beastmen Rising. The number of Beastmen has grown in the recent years, despite in the forests. Okay, choosing will allow Beastmen invasions in the mid and late game. This will make the game easier if you play as Chaos or Beastmen. I'm going to say no, because I don't want to focus on them. And I don't know if Beastmen hordes are even this far in the north. They'd get their hooves cold and frozen. They'd fall off, I'd imagine. Okay, we're going to continue our conquest here against the Skaven. We'll try and push where we can. Oh, I might just stop that, just a tad. If we can stop in our border here, we might be able to get a bit of recruitment. I was just curious to see if there was any local recruitment here. Right, let's continue to push against the Skaven, because I imagine there's going to be a rather large army there. Okay, so we finally unlocked the construction buildings for Nagaron. Now, let's have a quick look here. So we got a sewer marble, which is really good, minus construction. We get the marble slab resource. What else is at our disposal? We can dread spears. We've already got that. Leadership and growth. I think getting the resource first. And so what do we need to progress? It needs to be tier 2. Riders are quite good. We want to try and get the break. Yeah, the dark shard shields and the break swords are good. Lighter cavalry, but we really want to go. Shades are okay as well. I really want to try and get the death hag if we can. Okay, we'll dive back in diplomacy real quick. Come on. I don't have any money. No, that's a shame. Okay, we're currently at war with... What's his face down here? She still doesn't want peace. That's fine, we'll hold and maintain you there. We've got some unassigned skills here. Let's go with Fireball, because we want to go with Burning Head eventually. Oh, we actually can do that now. Let's go for Burning Head. And you still haven't got movement on you. Okay, cool. Let's end the turn and burn another turn. Pushing to the Altar of Ultimate Darkness. Once we have the entire region of the Iron Hills, or Iron Mountains. Iron Hills is Lord of the Rings. I need to do another Third Age campaign. That's on the list as well to play as Divide and Conquer Dak. But I really hope you're enjoying this Warhammer Let's Play as much as I have. I've had an absolute blast carving up Skaven for the first time. So I plan to do 5-6 episodes for this series. We'll try to hit our short victory conditions. But the thing is, right, I don't want to do... the thing is with Mortal Empires, you can realistically do a 100-part episode Let's Play. And I'm not going to do that just due to my time constraints. I am a full-time university student at the end of the day. So I've got to focus on that. But I try to upload every single day on the Total War. I do upload every single day on the Total War channel. I have throughout February and January this year. So 60 days is not too shabby while doing university at the same time. And I run another channel. So okay, so what's the problem here now? Tech-wise, that's fine. Rebellion imminent in the hills here. Okay, that's fine. Maybe if we continue to get more regions. So what's happened here? Scroll, actually, of Clan Septik. Man, just look at the detail here in Warhammer. Like, it's just awesome. Like, look at this. It's fan-bloody-tastic. We're probably going to be able to draw that garrison out anyway. Okay, maybe we can look at our slave situation. Whoa. Okay, so the main problem is our province instability, -12. That's due to that conquest, and we've probably moved out quite quickly. We've also got crazy corruption and shit going on. Okay, I can actually go with the Dark Elf Manor, which will give us growth and a slave recruitment debuff. So let's go with that, or debuff, yeah. Tech-wise, let's go with public order. Straight up. Okay. Right, let's push you into this. This army's recruiting. We need to stop it. If we can get this lord to flee, it might not actually be too bad. Oh, look at him. Skulking away. Right, let's push into here now. Oh, and the Skavens have been revealed. Metabal the Mad. Okay. Another Skaven army. What's the order result? Oh, fuck. I wanted to see, because I was probably... It doesn't matter. I probably wasn't going to play that one anyway. But god damn, man. We managed to get the standard of the Sea Serpent. Weapon damage, melee attack and charge. We'll probably do that for you. Oh, I wanted to see... Because if you do it in Rome 2 and in Total War Attila, you can actually read the deployables there. So we had 1,124, they had 3,121. Decisive, the auto resolve actually wasn't too bad, but it's still 3 times what we lost previously. So I am going to loot and occupy now. We should have a rebellion, which we need to deal with. We need to run you down here as well. Okay, let's get a unit of you. Let's dive back into diplomacy once more and try and annoy people. Okay, well, we're going to have a rebellion in a moment, but that's fine. We can deal with it when it comes. We should have a small garrison here. Anyway, yeah, too bleak. Yeah. It's probably only going to be Skaven anyway. Okay, we can't perform this rite. This rite cannot be performed... What? Until enslaving 3 sets of captives after battle. Okay, we've already got 1,000. Alright, rebellion imminent. Damaged buildings here, which we cannot afford. I'd rather get the recruitment rather than the repaired building. Due to, in Warhammer, the buildings get... they actually automatically replenish over time. Some of you may or may not know. Okay, so melee attack for spears and defense. Good. Line breaker has now been officially complete. Let's end the turn and continue. We're going to have to run down that lord. If it goes off into the north, I'm not going to try and chase it down. Alright, rebellion in the Iron Mountains. Where is it? If it's closer to the altar, it'd be easier for me. But we'll see how we go. Okay, welcome to the top of the turn. So, we have a rebellion here now. And it's further in the south. Good. It's really quite close to us. And it is a Nagaron rebellion. Makes sense. Alright, so what have they actually got? Okay, nothing too formidable. I'm actually quite inclined to nearly farm it and allow it to hang out here. Due to... It's going to reduce my public order massively. And it's actually going to help us out quite a bit. We've upgraded the main building. The artisan house is fine, but what does it supplies 1 unit of garrisoned. That's okay. Right, we're going to try and push out for this. But if we can't get this Skaven boy, we're going to let him push into the north and rot away. It's not my mission to run him down. Okay, we want to... it's going to be a little bit of a problem there, isn't it? Okay, let's push further south. I would like to repair that, but we're going to need units here more so than anything. Okay, not really much we can do about here, but we're going to be able to take the Rakdu Gorge. And I don't know how many more regions the Skaven have here in the north. Oh, we've got some negotiations finally. Some of the Dark Elves have accepted non-aggression pacts. Only one has so far. How about you, my lady?
I have seen your death.
You further north are alright. God, they're all a lot bigger than me. What about Norska here?
Cruel Dreadlord.
No. Alright, so hopefully that might snowball us a little bit. Right. We can't perform that right. We can perform this one though. Spell called... Nah, this is like agent shit. I don't want that. What is the garrison at Nagarond itself? Oh, look at that, man. We don't even need a fucking... We don't even need that.
Master of cruelty. Will fail.
Oh, we're set. Unless it goes further this way, which they could very well do. But I didn't realise how strong the garrison was in Nagaron. That's massive. We could have even realistically not got that secondary army if we really wanted to splash the cash on our sort of economic buildings and stuff. But what I've noticed, the term timers are just so long. Like, why do I need to know what's happening in the old world, you know? Like, why does that need to load in for me? Fast forward. Normal speed. I don't know if it makes it much faster. I did download a mod to try and speed it up, so it doesn't load. Because I feel like there's skippable... There's movement in Warhammer which you can't skip in vanilla. But I think I'm already skipping it at the moment. They're only getting 30 gold from raiding. I want to see how quickly that rebellion swells and grows in recruitment. Okay, so it's already a 5. So we're going to be fine, realistically. Okay, so that can now be paid to repair. And let's push you here now. You should have plenty of units. Unpleasant climate. And we have another Skaven settlement revealed here. So let's auto-resolve that. Close victory, supposedly. We lost 336, killed 3,000 Skaven. So we've got a couple of options here. We could subjugate the Ratman, but I'm going to loot and occupy the city for myself. Now, even with that loot and occupy, we're still... It negated it, which is awesome. Okay, we'll try and repair where we can. And we don't need that, so we might as well demolish it. We have 18k here now. Let's spend a little bit of cash in recruitment. And we might even push out against this. We'll try and entice them in. We could even posture ourselves just outside the settlement to try and draw them in. Okay, we've got some unassigned skills here now. We want to go through Burning Head and probably put everything into that. So it's probably the best magical ability here that I prefer. Okay, we've got a command available now that we have the entire region of the Iron Mountains. So what have we got to work with? So demand highborn hostages, minus slave, which gives us public order. That's really good. Tax rate. I think public order stuff is probably alright. Okay, so we've got a military building here, which we don't need. We'll keep you here for the time being. So what is this? Unpleasant climate. Okay. And then whatever this is here. So have I destroyed the Skaven? No. They must be further south here. What's this territory exactly? Hagrid, what's this here? Okay. That's nearly pushing into their domain. They're still building up here. They still haven't attacked me though, which is interesting. Right, Malekith's gone up in stats now. What do I want to go for here? Okay, well we can always get more ammunition for my dark shards. That's always good. I don't think I've gotten to a point yet that I've ran out of ammunition though. I want to go for the cold one. For now, I'm going to split the difference between some of my spells and my movement. There's some really good stuff here. Dreaded Slayer, 5% post-capture. Public Order, that's not that good. Attrition, yeah, it would basically be the Dreaded Slaver. But let's go into Chillwind as well. So let's go for that for the time being. And we'll try and move you out of here where we can. We need to deal with this rebellion. And we can perform some of these rites now. And let's go with this then. Let's do this sacrifice. Rite performed. Awesome. Right, we've got a little bit of cash left over. Construction-wise, we can upgrade our Dark Elf residence, which will give us growth. We're currently breaking down this public order building here, and we have this artisan house here. I would personally rather to spend the money on some dark shards rather than go for that growth. Oh, we can still do both. Oh, perfect. We'll take that then. I don't need to explain it. Shut up, Simpzy. Shut up, you goddamn fool. Let's end the turn and continue. So they still seem to be hanging out here, that rebellion, but I don't mind farming it because it's going to allow us to quite substantially allow our rebellion and public order size go down. It's going down 20 per turn. But the AI might be stupid enough to strike me if I sit outside the settlement. And then we drag out the local garrison at Nagarond. Oh, Hag Grief are now mobilizing. Ah, shit, they're taking this. I was going to try and go for it if I could. Clan Septik are now moving back and are raiding me in the north there. We should have a large enough garrison to completely ignore it, but we'll see how we go. There were some other wars as well, just against local dark elf, sorry, lords. Nothing too substantial. Okay, welcome to the top of the turn.
Grows, my lord. News of your conquests spreads far and wide. Your developing power is noted by even the most distant...
Okay, so we've hit our chapter objective and have gained 4k, which is quite substantial if I do say. Okay, so if I somehow try and move you to intercept this army, that would be ideal, because we want this settlement, but we also want to deal with you. So we'll move you here, say, and this will allow me to be in the pass if we need to go back here as well. Okay, so now that we've unlocked this, we can continue to upgrade. Yeah, so we want the bleak swords. Yes, they're good. That's something I would like. Upgrading the marble is a no-brainer here as well. And maybe going with an income building here is probably not a bad shout. I want to have most of my recruitment buildings, military in Nagarond. Okay, so we'll keep these guys here for the time being. So what's the second easiest settlement to defend? Probably this. So we'll spend the cash on upgrading you. Okay, what I'm going to do for you now is I'm actually going to move out here. Now there are currently 7 units in this, and we should drag out the garrison if they attack me. I'd be blown away if it doesn't. I wouldn't understand why. We should be close enough here now. We might have to stop that upgrading. That's important. Yeah, because we need to get our recruitment on track somewhat. Okay, cool. We'll leave it at that. We'll continue to push you further south. Slave-wise, we're doing okay. We're getting about 1,000 per turn. Cool beans. I think we should end the turn and continue. We can deal with this army if it comes out against us anyway. And I want to see if this rebellion comes out against me. Come on. Go for me. Take the bait. Please. For the love of God, take it. Okay. They've taken the Great Arena. Hellebrand has changed her stance. Or she sacked it, rather. Ah, the Skaven Lord has actually attacked me here. Full. Let's throw him back. I don't know why I went and did that. Hopefully it doesn't destroy the buildings in there. That would be the thing I'm more so concerned about. if they do that bullshit attack and it smashes all the buildings because it was under siege. Happens in some Total Wars. Okay, welcome to the top of the turn. We've encountered the Man Blight tribe. I imagine they're beastmen. Further in the south. Okay, that army never actually hit me and it's swelled to 9 now. I don't know where... Oh, you actually fled back. Ah, okay. It looks like they didn't even hit that. Did that settlement get smashed at all? No. The garrison's still holding. We're currently losing a minus. Maybe if we receive... No, it's because maybe you're in the active field. And we need to deal with that still. Should we deal with this or go for the rebellion? Black Ark Corsairs. We want them to sort of hit me. Yeah, we'll go for this settlement here now, though. I don't know what's inside. Oh, it's empty! Okay, so we've got a couple of options here. We can search the ruins and play the game. Let's do it. Oh, God. Rubric of the Old Ones. Throughout the world, the Old Ones left vast troves of power for use by their most trusted servants. To prevent such power falling into the wrong hands, they've placed walled cryptics. As a millennia has passed, these walls have weakened. To access, you need to solve the puzzle. Solitude is always desired. Okay, well, I've been staring at this for a couple of minutes now, trying to figure out what the fuck the odds are. I kind of like these sort of Dungeon and Dragon-esque sort of role stuff. So I think it's based on patterns. I honestly have no idea. So let's have a look here. So we've got the F1 here. Now, by the look of it, there's no other F1s. There's this, which only has 1. But there's 2 there. We've got this squiggly looking thing. There's another one there. And then we have the dinosaur there, which is 2. So, the only one that doesn't have 2 of the same pattern as the F, which is there. Let's go for the F. Ah, puzzle succeeded. Are you fucking kidding me? Whether or not the old ones have guided your hand, you've solved the puzzle. 2,500, and we managed to receive the Ruby Ring. Oh, wow, which is a fireball-bound spell. That's massive. That's really awesome. Okay, now, and I'm going to try and move you back to deal with this rebellion as well. We might as well be a bit... I was going to say we could go around the back, but we could be a bit ambitious and try and draw out someone else there. So, can I give that ring to Malekith? Yeah, let's do that then. And he's already using the Sea Serpent standard as well. Okay, guys, welcome to the top of the turn. The Rebellion army finally got the balls to attack me and have pushed up and taken the initiative to siege Nagaron. We're going to be able to throw them back the popular surplus in the Iron Mountains. That's fine. Oh, you've gone up in stats here now. Winds of Magic Reserve +6. That's good. Dark Pegasus is awesome. Immortality is rank 20 because we need to get to that at some point. Scouting, probably getting an upgraded Fireball is probably best. Okay, so we're currently hemorrhaging money at the moment, and we're currently minus 17. That's alright. So, let's move Malekith up here now to throw back this rebellious army. We're not united together, which is a shame, but we're going to be able to throw back this rebellion with ease. So, we've got a couple of options here. We can ransom, enslave, or murder. 5 turns. Let's enslave them. And they are no more now. Good. Right, let's merge up with this army and make one strong host. So, is 5 enough? Well, we've actually got room, so we might as well. So, we'll have this full stack now. Mobilized. We're going to push down to Hagriff, Haggrief against... Who's their faction leader? Exactly. Oh! The Skaven guys got knocked out. Corvishish. Alright. Does she want peace? No. Alright. Malekith is gonna bring the thunder. He's gonna bring that rock and roll. Let's push out there then. We have a lot of finances, and now with that rebellion gone, it's gonna help us out a lot. Alright, we need to get our public order back on track. Still minus 9. Okay, Malekith's unlocked 2 skill points. Let's go with Blade Wind straight up. We're 1 turn away from hitting this. And we got 2k in the bank as well.
Dread Commander.
Alright. Oh, we finally unlocked the recruitment of some better units. So we've got the Dark Shards shields now. We've got the Swordsman. I am armor, melee defense, melee attack. I'm gonna go with the swords. I was thinking maybe the shields would have been a bit better. What's this? Dreadlord sword and shield. What? Is that you? Have you gone up? Oh, okay. Alright, let's go with routine march then. And inspiring, I imagine. Alright, let's end the turn and see what happens. Okay, welcome to the top of the turn. Nothing really happened. Wasn't overly eventful, that one. Okay, right, let's push and siege the city. I want to see the odds for my own curiosity. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have to siege this one out at least. So let's build a Dark Elf battering ram. And wouldn't mind getting a siege tower, to be honest. We're going to encircle for the time being. And I reckon we're going to play that battle at the start of the next episode. We'll quickly just dive back up here in the north. And see if there's anything we can construct. Some of that growth might be okay. Public order-wise, we still need to get that back on track. Is my Skaven corruption going down? It is slowly going down. Chaos corruption's on the up. Is there something that does anti-corruption? Maybe if I get a hero. We haven't really unlocked any of them just yet. It's actually not too bad because we're building up large enough garrisons to actually defend if anyone actually comes against us, so we're okay. They don't want to peace out, do they?
Master of, I would enjoy
Now we're on top of them.
you,
Oh!
but I
They'd
suppose I
actually
cannot.
accept that. Oh, okay. I was interested to see because we have their capital under siege. Alrighty guys, well on that note, unfortunately it's time to end episode 1 of the Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires SFO Steel and Faith Overhaul mod here today. Thanks for watching. We're going to continue on our Malekith Dark Elf campaign in the next episode. Let me know feedback and suggestions for the series thus far. Feel free to leave a dislike if you're not enjoying it, of course. And yeah, let me know future campaigns you'd like me to do. I'm sort of tossing up between maybe playing as Vlad von Carstein or maybe one of the Dwarven Lords. Unfortunately guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series, and if you'd like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box. These days, to get all the notifications for the channel, you have to click the bell, of course, to join the notifications squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye. Really close cinematic shots here, pushing through the bridge. Oh, look at... That was probably the shot of the video there.